What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Whole Views, and it's time to be a man and admit you were wrong. I was wrong. Kingpin is in there, and I didn't expect it. I thought they would go a different direction. Before we get too deep into discussing the episode, let me say subscribe to the page if you haven't so far. We do episode breakdowns of our favorite Marvel shows. We do movie reviews. We do trailer reactions. There's a lot that we're doing here on the channel. Firearms Friday is going to be back hopefully in the next few weeks with some shooting footage. So subscribe to the page if you like those things. But let's talk about the episode. Full spoiler warning. If my intro wasn't enough for you, and the fact that I will have spoiler up there in the thumbnail. But we talking about the episode, and I'm sorry if you clicked it without seeing episode 5. Sorry, but I must say that I didn't expect the ending. I did fully expect, so I admitted I was wrong about Kingpin, but I was very right about Mama Bishop. I knew that she was the one who made the phone call to hire the Black Widow assassin. I knew that she was a nefarious character in this show. She just never came across as a good, wholesome, clean character. But let's backtrack and get to, start at the beginning and kind of recap the events of the episode. Talking about one of the better done pieces of this episode is the opening, with Yelena being on a mission to free different Black Widows, and after realizing, oh, this person isn't under anyone's control, she snaps. And one thing I have to say about the snap is that I like how they're kind of changing it slightly each time they show you a character who has snapped away and then comes back. With Maria Rambeau's character, we see that nothing in the hospital changed. She went away, she came back, exact same scenery, but it was more chaotic because of all the people that came back at that time in the hospital. With Yelena's situation, it was very different because the setting changed and we got to see the wall change colors. Talking with my producer, I don't know if he got it from a different video or not, but it's the idea that her mind was catching up, gone in an instant and coming back, and her mind was processing the fact that the wall is not the same wall no more, which is a cool way to think about it. I really liked it. I thought that it was visually it was so jarring that she went away that fast and then came right back. It messed me up. When she dusted, I didn't know what was going on. And then when the wall started to peel back after she came back, I was like, oh, she snapped away. She snapped away that fast. That was cool. That was cool to see. I was very happy with the way the show opened. It was a good little fight scene. Nice stuff. Shot very well. Something that came across throughout the entirety of the episode to me is that it really felt as if I wasn't watching a TV show. This didn't feel like an episode. This felt like another part of a movie. The fight choreography being so good throughout, especially that opening fight, and then again the fight with Ronan and Maya. But not to jump around, continuing on the line of things that were happening that were really, really good. The conversation between Kate and her mom, good stuff. Even better stuff, the conversation between Kate and Yelena. Oh man, that was like a 10-minute great conversation. I like Yelena's addition to the MCU. She brings a level of snarkiness, and with that Russian spice that she kind of adds to the conversation. I like all her conversational pieces that she gives. I like all her little input. I really like her character. She is continuing to grow on me from the Black Widow movie and into this show. Hopefully we get to see her in more projects as the Marvel universe continues to expand. I know we will, but I like when we see her. Getting into the setup of Clint and him going to the memorial, that was cool, meaningful stuff. I kind of wish that you can avoid some of this future conflict by Yelena knowing how things played out, or at the very least, Yelena seeing his grieving. That would be cool, a little cool cushion to build in, and I'm sure at some point that's what's gonna happen with the show. But who's to say things are going to play out that way? I imagine things will play out that way, but hey, the show could take a left turn, because I didn't think at all we would get Kingpin. I thought everybody was hyped for no reason. Getting into the fight with Maya and Ronan, I actually thought that would end differently as well. At one point, it really seemed like Maya would get the best of him. He did let his guard down a bit too much, trying to explain to her. I'm glad that Kate Bishop does not listen. You know, again, in pre-production conversations, we talked about Kate Bishop does not listen. She never listens throughout the entirety of the show. But in this case, you know, it's a good thing she didn't listen, because she saved Clint in that moment. He was able to escape and then recover and plant the seeds of doubt in her mind when it came to her right hand. As far as the reveal at the end, going back to the kingpin of it all, it's cool to see him included. My initial thought was, wait, if the Daredevil universe is canon, then he should be in jail. But then I also thought just a few moments later, like, yeah, if the Daredevil universe is canon, he could be out of jail on any number of technicalities. So it just makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me that he should, if he's still here and you keep all those seasons of those shows current, it makes sense that yes, Kingpin is here, and whether that's true or not, multiverse or not, it doesn't matter. This Kingpin can still be out on the street, because in the show he kind of went in and out of jail like it was nothing. So I imagine him still having the power to pull those strings, even in this Hawkeye show. So cool stuff to see. Glad that it happened. Wonder if we're gonna get more of him on screen in this finale, as well as a confrontation between him and Maya, as well as a resolution to the Yelena character and her conflict with Clint, as well as Clint's conflict with Maya. Like, that's a lot of stuff to wrap up still. And getting Clint home in time for Christmas. All that stuff still has to happen. And like him putting on the costume, Kate putting on the costume, and like becoming who we know them to be from the comics. All that stuff has to happen. So it's still a lot to look forward to in this finale. I'm hoping that we get, give me a full hour, maybe an hour 20, something like that. I would like to see an extended final episode as we go into the end. Let me know in the comments, what did you like the most from this episode? Was it the Kingpin reveal? Was it the Ronin fight scene, the Yelena fight scene, the Yelena conversation? That is worth some weight, because that was a very good scene between Yelena and Kate Bishop. So let me know. That's all I have for this video. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and please come back and check out more videos.